So Sam is 8. He turned 8 in April, and he was diagnosed when he was... Hi, Nelson. Thanks for joining me on this thing that is absolute torture. Being live is absolute torture for me, so bear with me. Sam was diagnosed when he was 2.5, almost exactly to the day. So we've been, this is old hat to us. He never really had much language. Maybe a few words, but that was gone by the time he was probably 18 months. And then we finally got a referral to early intervention, and they referred us to somebody who could do like a neuropsychological evaluation and tell us what was going on. He's been in different therapies and school, preschool, pretty much from the start. And he's great. I don't know. I'm biased, so I think that he's a fantastic human. He's funny. He doesn't speak, but he's hilarious, and he's sarcastic, and he's mischievous, and he's what I lovingly refer to him as a total turd. And when you think about how difficult it is for some people to be sarcastic and witty, even just speaking typical humans, I think that he's like excessively smart, because he can convey this stuff without speaking. So it like blows my mind how he's so just aware of everything. We do like run into people that think that because he doesn't talk, they make assumptions about him. They make different assumptions. So a lot of it is about like competence and awareness. So it's always sort of funny and offensive when people are like, wow, he's so smart. And I'm like, yeah, well, he's a kid. Like, kids are smart. Just because he can't tell you what he knows doesn't mean he doesn't know anything. We just started recently with a new therapy, couple new therapists. It's a new company, and one of them is very new, and she's so sweet. But it, like, about a week in, she was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe how much he knows. And I'm like, thanks, I guess. Like, it's definitely something that like people need to be aware of. Like, it's offensive for you to say, oh wow, I didn't think that he was that smart. He's been learning for 8 years, just like every other kid. So yeah, he's a sponge, and he's smart, and he's hilarious. So I don't know, I think that people just need to change their assumptions that they make about him and about people in general. Like, even people who do speak, we've all probably had at least one moment, probably many more than one moment in our lives, where we were made to feel like we were incompetent or we didn't know what was going on when we did. So that's what kids like Sam go through every day. They deal with people being like, oh, he doesn't know I'm here, or he doesn't, he's unaware of the things that are happening, when in reality he probably just doesn't want to deal with you, because he's a human, and like, that's just how humans are. Like, they don't like everybody, and they especially don't like to work. So if it's a lot of work for him to communicate or to interact with you, then he's gonna say, I'd rather do something else over here away from you because you suck a lot of my energy out. Yeah, so Mallory said that kids with autism have taught her that you don't need words to show your personality, which is so true. I mean, I wish that you guys could experience Sam on a daily basis, because he's like so sarcastic. I can't, and it's genetic. He probably gets it from me and living in Massachusetts where everybody has an attitude and is sarcastic, or the majority of us are. His longtime therapist, who just left us a few months ago when COVID started, would laugh like daily. They were just like, he is just ignoring me on purpose. I know that he can do this, he just doesn't want to. And he rolls his eyes and laughs at me. He knows what he's doing. So it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Like, Sam is just, Sam is hilarious. And I wish that everybody could just like have a day or two with him nonstop, so that you could see and enjoy his humor, because he's a super funny kid. Yeah, Rachel, Henry and Sam are very alike, and it's very difficult to find things that motivate Sam, especially now because he's been home for so long. And we have, we don't have the options or the opportunities for interaction like he did when he was at school. So he is kind of stuck on YouTube and the iPad, and I'm sure I'm not alone when I say that. Screen time has become a third parent in the house, because we're kind of in survival mode. So it's like, if that's what makes you happy, and that's what if you want to watch the Mickey Mouse Pete remix song that sounds like a rave at 4 a.m., then that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, video is probably the majority of his of what he prefers right now. We got a trampoline at the beginning of this, and that was like cool for like a week, but of course, like everything else, the novelty wore off, and we're back to watching Mickey Mouse on YouTube on repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. So what advice would you give to parents who are new to the diagnosis? You hear a lot of like, oh, your kid's the same. He's the same kid that he always was, and it's, just continue. If nothing changed, which I guess is true. There's a lot of like feelings that probably are wrongfully associated with your kid being diagnosed with anything. And it's weird that like I have to say, like, yes, you have a right to feel how you want to feel and stuff like that, but I just don't ever want a kid to feel like they have ruined anything, or our lives are just different. It's not I wouldn't say it's necessarily more difficult, except when it comes to finding a babysitter. but it's just different. And I feel like the dynamic for every family is different anyways. It's different to a different extent. But it's not the end of the world. Life goes on. They'll continue to learn as they always learned. They'll continue to progress. If anything, it's going to help you set realistic expectations for yourself and for your kiddo. So it's nothing changes and everything changes, because you learn that it's not going to be a linear experience for you or for them or their siblings or anybody that experiences them throughout their day. I think that Tracy said that lots of people say kids on the spectrum aren't affectionate. Sam has friends that he tries to make out with on the regular. He's just picky about who he likes, and I don't blame him. I've always said that he's my tuning fork for choosing decent people. He has a friend at school named Jake, who we even FaceTimed with over the COVID break, and their friendship is just so like amazing. Like, there's no expectation from either one of them. They're like, I just like being around you. I like that you exist. And that's all that he needs to be happy. So he has another friend, Zoe, who's like, I think she's 4 or 5 years older than him. And she's so sweet, and he's been madly in love with her for probably 1.5 years. And there is no social distancing when it comes to Sam and Zoe. There's no keeping them apart. He literally climbs onto her and makes him hold him. And they also say that kids with autism or autistic kids are not empathetic, which is not true. Also, Sam feels everything so much more than a normal person feels things. If you're grumpy, he knows you're grumpy. If you're sad, he's sad. If you're happy, he's happy. But I feel like kids are generally like that with their parents. Kind of like the parent kind of controls the mood usually, which has been difficult over the last few months because I just want to rip my hair out half the time, but he still doles out his snuggles and his kisses when he knows that you need them. We started with a new ABA company. I think like 2 weeks ago, after a long break. I'm really I kind of waffle on ABA and like the effectiveness or how useful it is for everybody. I don't think that every therapist is great. The therapists that we have and that we have had are great with meeting Sam where he is. So it's not like a strict ABA table time, this is what you have to do, or I'm gonna withhold affection or, anything like that, which is a lot of ABA. Sam's not a kid that would deal with like a strict ABA very well. So they kind of meet him where he is. Oh, my kids are freaking out. Hang on. What's the problem? So Sam's new therapist, just, it's play-based, and they kind of hang out wherever he is, and they'll do whatever he wants to do, and they just sprinkle in like OT, and they work on use of his device and like trying to get him to use it. He's been a little aggressive, which is something that we've seen regression-wise since the school's shut down. I don't know, Quinn. And so we're working on getting him to be able to use his device to tell his sister to stop or go away or leave me alone before he physically reacts. Because the aggression, unfortunately, is usually towards somebody who is smaller than him, which is Quinn or one of the cats or the dog. But mostly Quinn, because she's, you know, a little sister, and I had a little sister, and she drove me crazy too. So, not that it's right. It's not right, and it's not okay. But, you know, look at your face. Look at this face. She knows that she drives him crazy, and she does it anyways, right?
Can you blow this off?
No, because it's tied. It's done. This is it. This is the end of life for this balloon.
But I want you to blow
I can't, kiddo. Do you want to say anything about Sammy? Why don't you come here so that they can see you? Oh. Sorry. Do you want to say anything about Sammy?
So Sammy's a crazy brother, and he always fights with me when I'm singing, so he doesn't really like singing.
He doesn't like singing.
But I never... You might know that I go crazy and I drive my dad nuts. And today is my dad's birthday, and we're gonna have family dinner.
Do you have anything to say about Sammy?
He's very funny, and he's
What are Sammy's favorite things, you think?
his favorite things are going to the beach and in the pool.
He likes swimming in water. And what's his favorite snack?
Cheerios and tortilla chips.
Tortilla chips? What about Pops? You guys have been on a Pop kick.
Yeah.
And we have Pops for breakfast, lunch, and dinner these days, so... There ain't no rules in the land of COVID, right? Do you have anything else to say about Sammy? You told me a long time ago that when you grow up, you're gonna move out, get a Jeep, a black cell phone, and you're taking Sammy with you. Does that still stand?
I'm not leaving. I will get a black cell phone, a pink car that it can open its roof and close its roof.
But is Sammy still going with you when you move out?
I'm not gonna move out. I'm gonna be here.
Oh, you're staying here forever?
And well, where Golden Moose gonna be if I go?
We haven't gotten that far. So you're just gonna stay here forever with Sammy?
I'm gonna go somewhere, but I will have to walk because I wouldn't have a car.
Okay.
But I could use Daddy and Mommy's car.
Is there anything else that you want to say about Sammy?
His butt.
He's a butt. You heard it here first. Sammy's a butt. Is that it?
And
what's your favorite thing about Sam?
my favorite thing about Sam is he's a good brother.
He is a good brother.
Only when he doesn't hit me.
Yeah. He's a good brother when he's nice to you. Yeah. He's a pretty good sport, huh?
Yeah, and he can catch his tennis ball when he goes to tennising.
Yeah.
He catches it with a thing, and I catch it for him, then put it in sand, and then roll it back. And also, I'm going to show you something.
Okay. This isn't Quinn's YouTube channel. She's going to show you the dog's collar now.
It's a brown trout, and here's the cat.
Okay. We're good. Thank you. Appreciate that. So something that we're trying to work on with ABA is Sam showing autonomy, which is kind of like the opposite of ABA when you think about like the general. Can you stop, please? When you think about like what ABA does and what people think they do, it's kind of the opposite of autonomy, right? It's like trying to make you do what we want you to do in the way that we want you to do it. But I do really appreciate the fact that if he wants to be under a blanket on the couch, they're under a blanket on the couch with him, and they're trying to help him learn to advocate for himself, which is super important. One of the things that we run into with Sam, speech-wise, is if we give him a choice verbally and we ask for a verbal
Mom,
response.
that's stuck between the windows.
Yes, it is. Or if we ask for a response with his device, he'll just repeat the last thing that we said. So if I'm like, oh, do you want this? Yes, it is closed, Quinn. Do you want this? Do you want the green one or do you want the blue one? The last thing he hears is blue, so he'll use his device to say that he wants the blue one when in reality he could have wanted the green one. That's like a really big struggle that we're having communication-wise right now. But over the COVID break, we've had a really great speech therapist and OT. Shout outs to Miss Lisa, Miss Carolyn, who saved us and kept us going since March 15th. They were great. We did some video therapy and he's still good. Academic wise and using his device and writing his name and stuff like that. Go get it. And scissors.
Scissors are right here.
Okay, just go get one, please. He's been, he hasn't slipped, so we lucked out big time. The only issue that we've had, and it's only been in the last couple months, was a behavior issue. And he does have, he has a seizure disorder. Really? Quinn, can you stop? He has a seizure disorder, so sometimes if he hits a growth spurt and his seizure meds aren't exactly right, he'll kind of start to act out. It's usually indicating that he's going to have some kind of seizure episode. So we did just increase his seizure meds a little bit. We saw the neurologist last week, and he seems to be doing a lot better. It's still not 100%. He's still a little grumpy, but overall he's doing a lot better with that. And I think that having like a therapist in the house all day is kind of helping to occupy him a little bit more. It's definitely a lot more excitement than he's had in the last few months. So he's sleeping a little bit better. He's less aggressive. So I think that between therapy and his seizure medication increase. Okay. He's doing a lot better than he was. Can I have those, please?
Jesus Christ, don't.
And Quinn gets all the language, obviously. Hey, man.
Here.
You wanna say damn it? Contextually? After 8 years of Sammy not speaking? It's fine. As long as it's at home and not at school. Sam definitely is social, but he's kind of picky with who he's social with. So he likes, obviously, his family. There's a couple kids that he chills with, and he just is super excited to see. We have Miss Kate, who is watching Sammy for me for the summer so that I can go back to work, and she's been great, and she's got a little one, and he comes over, and Sammy tolerates him, which is he's more tolerant of him than he was of his own little sister when she was his age. So I can't complain. He's been just happy to see a face that isn't mine, which I don't blame him. It's been crazy. Hi, Megan. So that was Sammy's nugget timer, so that means that it's time to go. If you guys have any questions, you can list them. If you want to hear me ramble on about how amazing my kid is, you can call me and I'll tell you. Thanks for hanging out and asking a couple questions. I do want, all of the kids in this documentary are so different. Some speak, some don't. Some speak sometimes. There's definitely so many different levels of support that are shown in this documentary. I think it's really great that we were all able to be a part of this so that people can kind of see not what it's like necessarily to be a parent to an autistic child, because I feel like parents get they're, I don't know if it's like pity or I don't know, there's some sort of like stigma with being a parent to an autistic kid, and it's not, there's nothing to pity. He's wonderful, he's great, he's a kid just like everybody else. So just like Declan is like everybody else, and Cole's like everybody else, and Henry's like everybody else. They just have different levels of support that they need. So can you do not knock that over again? Don't do it. So I just kind of wanted to drive that home on this live, that it's just not, there's nothing to feel bad about. Like, I'm nothing special. I'm just a mom, and moms get shit done regardless of what the circumstances are. So that's what we do. We have a great village and support system and school team and family and friends that are like invaluable to us, and they help us so much, and we're so thankful, because it is very difficult for a lot of people that don't have that. And bees. We're thankful for bees because they pollinate, correct. So I don't know. I want people to be able to see that it can be difficult, but there is so much joy still in our kids, and they deserve to be loved and treated and respected like literally every other kid on the planet. So yeah, we learned about bees pollinating and hibernating.
And we would like to tell you that so everybody
Save the bees.
Everybody in the world is good, and everybody in the world is fun.
And even though people are different, they still deserve to be respected, correct?
Yeah, and they're smart.
Yeah. So if the 5-year-old...
And also, I would like to tell you that all of us are lucky kids.
So if the 5-year-old gets it, then it should be easy enough for adults to understand that they're just kids and we're just moms, and that's it. And like, I don't know. That's all, I guess. And save the bees. And kill the flies, because she's done with flies. Quinny, you want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks, guys.